What is up, everybody? It's me, Nyiko Furumele, the author of The Old Ones. It's episode 3 of Author's Log, and on this episode, I just wanted to quickly explain the more personal aspects of how the story came to be. I've been having a lot of trouble, shooting this video, so I'm hoping that, I don't have any problems. I've been having all these weird problems, this is like the fifth take, but yeah, I'm hoping that this is the one. So then the whole thing goes back to around mid 2023. Driving down to see my dad, lick it up, having a good time, and I noticed some kids hanging over the wall. So after I checked, I saw that they were actually calling for help so that they could get one of their soccer balls back. And I'm guessing because I was drunk, I figured, why not, So I pulled over, and then they were so happy, because then everyone else was just like driving by, ignoring them. But then I was like, let me help these kids. So yeah, I actually got the ball and I gave them a slight catch. I was like, you can have it back, but you guys have to call me a king. I'm sure it was just the liquor talking, but then probably was just looking for some sort of, blessing from these kids. At the time, I was working a dead-end job at a call center, of all things. So yeah, life was pretty tough, and I just wanted that, I don't know, acknowledgement from them, just so that someone could at least say that, hey, bruh, you destined for bigger things, some sort of blessing. So yeah, from there, they were disagreeing and they didn't actually want to, follow through. But eventually they did, and I threw the ball back. And as I was walking away, I remember this, and I doubt that I'll ever forget. But one of them was like, "You're not a king, you're a god." And I don't know if it was the way he said it or the words that he said, but then they made me stop, like, in my tracks, and I was just disturbed, like, why is this kid saying such things? And the idea of the story, The Old Ones, actually came from that moment, because after that I kept thinking that, wait, what if someone was actually like a god or whatever, and that they forgot their divinity? So yeah, like I'm saying, the idea didn't want to go away, and many days, weeks afterward, the concept was still in my brain. And I remember I talked about it with some people. I was like, hey, do you think this would be a good story, or would this be a good idea? And a lot of them said yeah. And then from there I was like, okay. And that's when I began to research, because from there I wondered, I'm really into mythology, and I know a lot about Hindu mythology, Japanese mythology, Greek, Norse, a lot of them. And then I wondered, what about African mythology? Like, well, what is going on there? So I didn't even know if, Africans even have figures like in other pantheons and what. But I did a fair amount of research, and I found out that actually they are, and there are some interesting characters as well. And I was surprised, because I was like, why hasn't anyone actually written a story about them? So yeah, I took it upon myself to do that research and then find some of the more interesting ones. And then from there, I believe it was late 2023, I began to write. We're working on another campaign,